These nails are from GN and they have 14 different sizes. I wrote the name on top to make it easier for me to find. As well, I mark all the sizes with my permanent marker. And these stands are from GN as well. They are detachable, so it's easier to work with one nail at a time if you have to. So next I'm going to find my sizes, and I noticed that these nails are a little bit more square around the cuticle area than other nail tips that I have used before. I do like the flexibility and they do feel like gel, so I like that about them. But for sure, if you're gonna use these nails, you're gonna have to file around the cuticle area to match the natural shape of your cuticle. I'm gonna be filing around the cuticle area until they feel comfortable on my natural nail, and I wanna make sure that I don't see my natural nail from the sides, and that will give me an indication that the nail is a good fit. So I'm gonna go ahead and file as well on top of the nail around the cuticle area just to thin out even more that area. That will make your press-on nails look so much nicer once you apply them, because you're gonna look more flush against your natural cuticle. I mark my stand with the left and the right just to make sure I don't get confused when it's time to apply my nails, because I have different sizing on all my nails. That's why I mark the stand. So next I'm going to finish choosing all my sizes, round the cuticle area if I have to, and then remove the shine from the nail tips. I got into press-on nails because I started to try different systems and I didn't really like a lot of them. For example, acrylic. The smell of the acrylic, the liquid you use for acrylic, was like really making me feel so sick. So I tried it a couple of times and I said, no, that's not for me. Then I tried polygel. That didn't work out. And I tried dipping powder. The dipping powder was more or less, but again, the chemicals to apply the dipping powder is very strong as well, so I didn't like it. So one day I found this system, the Gel-X, and many Gel-X dupes that they are on Amazon as well. I tried so many, and then I finally found something that I like. But then I became allergic to HEMA, and I decided that press-ons were best because you can build them on a nail stand, and then you can go ahead and apply them to your nails safely and better, because you don't have to, if for example, if you're painting your nails and you paint your skin by accident, that wouldn't happen with press-ons because they already painted on the stands. And that's why I found that press-on nails are easier for me. And then I decided as well to sell them. I opened an Etsy store and I'm trying to sell press-on nails now. I opened this channel 4 years ago, more or less, and I haven't monetized yet, so I wanted to find a way to at least make some money with my videos and my nails. That's why I decided to open the Etsy store. Right now I have a few sales, but it's going very slow. And but I'm not giving up. At least some customers already left some great reviews about my nails, and that says a lot. And all the experience I gained over the years, that's been very helpful as well. So right now I'm just applying a nude beautiful color, and I cure that for 60 seconds. Next I'm gonna be doing some Frenchies, and I'm gonna cure that as well for 60 seconds, and I'm gonna apply some decoration, a cute 3D flower. I've been getting better at that as well, but slowly. Everything takes time with nails. The more you practice, the better you will get. So doing Frenchies takes a long time. It's not as easy as it looks. And it's funny when people go to salons or to nail techs and they say, I just want something simple, just some Frenchies. But it's really not that simple. And if you want to do your own Frenchies, it's better to use a thinned liner brush and have some alcohol or acetone to clean any messes. And as well, using a gel polish that is very pigmented is very well as well, because it's better just to do it with one coat so it doesn't get bulky or anything like that. So next I'm going to do some dots with black gel polish, and a dotting tool is what I'm using for that. So I'm gonna do random dots. It doesn't have to be in a pattern, but if you want to try and do a pattern, that is cute too. As you can see, it's changing the whole look of the nails. I really like the little dots. I'm gonna be using this builder gel from Born Pretty to build my 3D flower. I got a clear one by accident. I'm gonna switch that now for the white builder gel. I'm gonna leave all the links in the description down below, so if you want to check all the products that I used today, you can go ahead and do that. Here's the white. The white is very nice, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll it up on my nail palette, and I'm going to create tiny little balls just to make sure that it's easier to do the 3D flower. So this is the latest invention that I've seen around the internet now to do 3D flowers easier, and everything's supposed to come out more evenly. Maybe I'll try it in the future, but for now I'm gonna keep working by hand. And if you're gonna be trying this, make sure that you're wearing gloves so the gel doesn't touch your skin. And yeah, I'm gonna use my silicone tool here to cut my little pieces and make it into 6 tiny circles, and then I'm gonna place it on the nails and stretch it out with the silicone tool again. So once I'm happy with the flower, I'm gonna cure it for 60 seconds, and then I'm gonna take some color and paint it somehow a little bit. And I should have done it more like a center ombre on it instead of painting it like this. And now they're just done the way they are, and I'm gonna leave it alone. So I'm just gonna go ahead and place some decoration in the center with rhinestone glue from Born Pretty. I'm gonna cure that for 60 seconds. Then I'm going to apply top coat, cure that for 60 seconds, and I'll show you in a moment how I apply my nails. The nails are all cured with a top coat, and I'm gonna take again my dust collector and my portable nail drill and clean the bottom of the nails as well. This is gonna help with the adhesion of the nail glue or sticky tabs. Today I'm gonna be using sticky tabs because I'm gonna be wearing these nails only for one day. But if you want your nails to last you longer, it's recommended to wear them with strong nail glue. Next, I'm going to apply my nails, and the first thing I did was to push my cuticles, which is the dead skin sitting on near your cuticle area. Then I took a buffer and I buffed the shine gently from the nails. I did that off camera. Then I file and reshape my nails. And next I'm cleaning all the dust with an alcohol wipe, and this is going to help to dehydrate the nails as well. If you want to dehydrate your nails further, you can use acetone, 100% acetone. I highly recommend it. Then I took the sticky tabs and I place them directly on the back of the nails. Sometimes I place them on my nail directly, but today I decided just to put it on the press-on nail first. So I peel the protective layer there, and I'm going to apply them directly onto my nail near the cuticle area, holding for a few seconds until I feel that the nails are secure. I'm going to repeat the same step for all the nails, and this is the final results after applying all my nails. They came out really cute. I really like this shape and length, the short coffin. So don't forget to check again all the links in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. You have a wonderful day.